Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We have Kevin with us.
Yes, I was telling you I didn't remember if we read together or not, but I think it's our first time reading together, so I'm excited.
Yes, me too. Me too. I'm reading with the great Kevin. Yay! So I want to welcome everyone. We have Teresa Levine, Joji. G in French is J, and J in French is G. So I'm always mixing those two up.
Mm,
Sorry. Silver Scribe,
mhm.
and I guess that's it for now. So it was kind of, I was behind in setting up the live stream. And then when I set it up, hi, Candy. I did not realize that I was in Kathleen's J Lightworkers stream live account.
Oh,
So, because we're like a team and she has access to mine and I have access to hers. I was like, oh my God, what did I do now? So, hi, Gma5.
hey
Thank you
everyone.
all for coming. So, Kevin, what do you have planned this week? You're always very busy.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm about to get a little bit more free time. I did put my notice in at my serving job, so I'll have
Oh,
more time for my channel and readings. And here soon too, I want to start doing Reiki and adding that as a service as well.
wow.
But
Wow.
let's see. I have these shows.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's a little bittersweet because I did like the money, but it's like an hour drive one way, so it's just a lot of wear and tear on my vehicle, and they're a bit overstaffed. So I mean, if I was going to keep a serving job, I should do something closer. I probably about the same amount of money. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but we'll see how things go without that. I do have I think I'm joining Deanne later tonight. I think at 6 Eastern time. And then
Yes.
I have my show tomorrow, and then, um, let me make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. And then I have Mel and, Sheila Angelfeather is gonna join me with that collab on Thursday, so,
Wow.
yeah, I'm
Wow.
excited.
Busy guy.
Yeah. I took the week off from private readings, though, because I just needed, to get my, energy levels back in balance a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. I can't do private readings. I tried and tried and tried. I just can't. I'm not able to. I think I'm not able to shield myself well enough, or I don't know
Mm,
what it is, but yeah, it's very difficult for me. It takes a lot out of person, so
yeah, it does.
it does very, very much so. It's difficult. So we have Cecile that joined us just now as well. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know, and I'll be happy to add them to our list. Right now, I have a favor to ask of you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Quebec, province of Quebec, is getting ready for a sixth COVID wave. Six.
Mm,
So, can we do a quick reading on that? Just
yeah, of
very
course.
quick. Are we going to end up with um, another shutdown? Because they do shutdowns in Quebec
Mhm.
with,
Do they have the mask mandate already back?
they never took it away. It was
Oh,
supposed
okay.
to be taken away on April 15th, but right now I don't know if it will be or not. So, I'm going to use my COVID deck.
Hey, Sterling Roses, a lot of familiar faces.
Yes, hi Sterling. Yeah, and Shanghai has been in lockdown as well.
Uh, yeah, I think there's quite a few spikes going. I even heard, over in Ukraine with their troops and even the Russian troops that there's starting to spike again. Um, just intuitively, what I'm picking up is I don't see it. I mean, Quebec may have a lockdown, like you said, um, but I feel like it's going to be more. It's going to be what's that? Oh, I see. Sorry. Um, I think it's going to be more milder than past strains.
Okay.
And I think Quebec has a pretty high vaccinated rate, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
Yet we have the highest or the second highest COVID infection in the country.
Mm,
We have
yeah.
all those mandates in place, and um, yeah. So we
Oh,
have
prayers for your
here.
family, Cecile.
I'm sorry.
Cecile said, oddly enough, her entire family has COVID and they have it bad. She's the only one that's not sick yet. Said, I'm praying for your family.
Yeah,
I think everything's gonna be good.
yeah. I mean, my mom has had COVID. Hi, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
She has the long version of the COVID, so she's been
Yeah.
battling it since November, and I just found out about it. Okay, this is a weird deck, so
Well, I had a couple jumpers. I'm pulling cards right now. Um, but I had the Temperance and the Queen of Pentacles. So with the Queen of Pentacles, there's that stability coming in. I think they're well prepared for it. Yeah, I think some people are going to get sick. It might be a little bit slower movement to get through it, but the card of healing's there. Um, yeah, I see people anxious about it, but I think it's going to be all okay in the end. Um, I get the Knight of Cups coming through. It could be a healer, doctor, um, and then I get the Eight of Pentacles with it. So I think the medical, the hospital's well prepared for this.
yeah,
I do get that there is some anxiousness on the situation. People are nervous, and there may be a lockdown again with this Five of Swords. There's some kind of restriction there. But
yeah,
my overall cards, I got the Strength card and the Empress. So I think it's going to be all okay. But yeah, there could be a lockdown again. But I feel like they're prepared really well for it. Um,
yeah, yeah. I get in the past. I get this is the Wheel of Fortune, but also the washing machine. So I'm going to read it. It's like whoops, it's like a quote unquote funny deck of Marseille. And to me, it looks like if I read this as the image calls it, I think that we've been what's the word aseptite. We're not building our immunity to it, and with always washing our hands, wearing masks, sometimes double masked, being in confinement, um, with some what you call it, curfew. We've had that quite a bit. So I think this is the thing that is creating upheaval in our society, but also it's not helping matters at all. Um, the signifier is the judgment card, but it's also um, misjudgment. How are we going to deal with it is how it's going to make the difference. And on top of it, or coming across, is the schizophrenic person or the fool.
mm,
And are we going to be fools, or are we going to look at it in a new light? That's what is going to make a difference. I have here the nurse, and we
Kind of
are
medical
very
professionals.
well, yeah, we are very well set up for
Mhm.
to deal with this, and there's not going to be any issues with that. We even have a new um, vaccine that's made here in Quebec.
Okay.
It's not accepted by the World Health Organization, but it's working very well here. This is the magician. It's also talking about the unconscious at the head of the reading. And I think that it's basically trying new tricks. We need to find new tricks to deal with this. But with the emperor or the slaves leaning on all those toilet rolls of toilet papers with the remote control in the beer, that's a typical French Canadian man.
Just a Hierophant.
Other generation. Yeah. Um, basically, there's going to be a lot of complaining, but look at how well fed this man is. You
Mhm.
know, we have nothing to complain about. So it's going to go well. It's just between our mind here. That's what I get instinctively. Between our, you know, up here,
Mhm.
how we deal with it is what is going to make a difference mentally. But physically, we should be fine. So,
He's the one that's hoarding all the damn toilet paper.
yeah, those toilet papers.
Did you have a toilet paper shortage in Canada as well?
I don't recall having a problem with toilet papers.
At
Toilet
the
papers,
beginning of the pandemic, everybody was hoarding toilet paper in the U.S. You couldn't even find a roll.
yeah, no, I don't recall having seen any of those. So I just want to say hi to Melinda, to Scott, to everyone who has joined. I'm sorry if I missed you. Yeah, we're all bored sick of it. Doesn't mean that, we won't have to face more string of COVID. So, all
Yeah.
right, moving on. Thank you for responding to that. Moving on, let's look at what the chat has asked us so far. Um, the Will Smith and Chris Rock issue. Um, how is that going to turn out? There's 2 points to this. There are basically are charges going to be brought against Chris Rock apparently doesn't want to press charges, but that doesn't mean none is going to be pressed because it was caught on camera.
Yeah.
The other thing is how Jada Pinkett Smith is feeling about all of this.
Well, intuitively, what I was picking up, and I think we were talking about it before we jumped on, is
Yeah,
that I think Chris has been friends with them before. There's definitely a relationship there, and I feel like it was soured, and so that joke really struck him the wrong way. Um, like I was telling you, Sophie, I don't ever condone violence. I don't agree with that. Um, I think I think Jada and Chris have actually worked together in the past. So, um, but I feel like Jada's been struggling with that for a while. So, uh, Will overreacted. Well, obviously he overreacted and did that. I'm not feeling charges intuitively, and Jada, I feel, was not happy about the situation. She really wishes he wouldn't have done that and lost his cool.
I think so too. That's what I feel. And the other thing that I feel is I know that Jada is struggling with this because it's not easy as a woman. Well, it's not easy for anyone losing your hair.
Yeah.
But you see hair loss more common in male than in female, and we seem to be taking this more. I don't know. I know I'm losing my hair, but it doesn't show, so I can't say that, you know. But
Yeah, I'm setting up here a little bit as well, but I am also not a woman. I can't. I know it's obviously different for women than it is for men.
yeah. So yeah, so I'm basically on the same page as you. Do you see North Korea launching nukes in June, July of this year?
Actual
Like
nukes or missile tests? I
missile
see more.
tests.
I feel more missile tests coming.
I feel more missile tests, but I see nuclear testing as well. But yeah, they will be launching more.
Yeah.
Yeah. The other one is, do you see us having to get another booster? Yeah. And I don't know about you, Kevin, but I see this will become
It's a
probably
new normal.
a yearly, yeah, it's going to be like the flu shot.
Yep, I agree. I'll just make it since we read on COVID too. I had some predictions for
Yeah.
2022 with COVID. Um, I see the strains getting a lot more milder, and eventually it will feel like a severe flu. Um, but with that too, I see more vaccines coming out, a lot more treatment. So if you get it, um, it really helps with making the symptoms more milder. I see us being able to get through it and getting somewhat back to normal. Yes, it's going to be something that we have to deal with for many years to come, but um, there is a strain in the future, though, that I'm concerned about. I think it's not this year. I think it's next fall. That's going to be a really bad strain, um, but yeah, for the most part, everything's going to start going back to normal. It's going to be more like a flu, a severe flu.
Yeah.
But we'll continue to get boosters and everything, and that will really help.
Yeah, I see one more. I'm not good with timing, so I can't say, but I did see one more as well. I did
Yeah,
mention
it's
that
going
in
to be
one of my
really bad.
videos. Yeah. How is Zelensky doing?
Let's throw some cards on it. He's always one that's hard for me to tap into because I did fear for his safety, but I feel like the energy is kind of lifted a little bit. It's not so overwhelming and anxious. It feels a little bit lighter now. Um, but I mean, clearly he's in a very dangerous situation. But I see that the intel's good too because I feel like they were looking for him, but they're not. I think he's in the capital, but he has plenty of different like bunkers where he hides at. So I think he's going to be okay. But I feel he's very stressed.
I feel he's very stressed, but I also feel that this whole thing, sadly enough, is becoming part of his life,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
he's starting to accept that. And hello, Samilia. Nice meeting you too. um,
Real quick, Sterling Rose has asked, do you recommend the flu shot with the COVID shot? Double check with your doctor, because with medical advice, we're not medical professionals, so always double check with your doctor. But I think that they're safe to be used together. And know your body too. If you're one that's sensitive to that, vaccines or flu shots, I wouldn't necessarily probably get them together, but always double check with your doctor. But I think you'd be okay, Sterling.
okay.
Sorry, I
Uh,
didn't mean to cut you off, Sophie.
that's okay. He's not seeing his family, right?
No, I
So
hear
I
you saying
think
this
that
out.
that's one thing that he finds difficult. He's trying to manage things the best way that he can, manage his own health and well-being the best way that he can, because he knows that by looking after himself, he's going to be more helpful than otherwise. So, um, He's trying to hang on to sanity as well. What I
Mhm.
mean by that is not letting the stress get to him. Um,
Oh, wow.
um, with the Empress, he like you mentioned the intelligence. I think that the country like this is a feminine energy and like a motherly energy, and there are good people around him
Mhm.
looking out for him and providing for him, but he is suspicious of someone in his entourage, very suspicious of someone in his entourage. Yeah, there's someone in his entourage that he does not trust, and there are going to be new plans put in place for him or for the country. And then I get I get the Ace of Pentacles as well.
Mm,
You know, my, things to help him out get to uh, he's going to be given things to help him to help Ukraine
mhm.
defend themselves. So, and then at the back, see the Ace of Sword. At the back of the pack, I see the Ace of Sword. Remember that Seven of Sword that I said he's suspicious of someone in his entourage? So that's the thing that he needs to pay attention to. There is someone in his entourage that is not on the up and up. Do you get
I
that? Yeah.
I didn't pick that up in my cards. I'm actually loving the energy from my cards,
Yeah.
but with that Ace of Swords too, I was feeling that with that Seven of Swords as you were talking about it, and it's like that sneaky person around him is revealed before anything bad happens. It's like he
Yeah.
sees it. He sees it.
Yeah. Which brings forth the new plan
Mhm.
so that he, he's changing things so that, yeah.
The card that I got for him was the Star card. He is the star. He is the hero. He is. This is his fate. It's very um, karmically um, and divinely. He's very protected. I feel, but there is some retreat. He's moving around a lot. Um, I feel like he keeps on having gains and then losses, gains and losses, gains and losses. So there's a lot of movement with that. I also got the Ace of Pentacles, so him really hoping for that aid to come in, all the resources, military equipment, which I feel will come in. Below I had the Fool too, so like this is part of his journey. Like it was destined that he was in Ukraine at that time to be that leader, to be that star. Um, I do overall see he'll be victorious with the Six of Wands in his future, but there are some setbacks and delays to that because I had the Hangman and then I clarified it and got him victorious. So there is some setbacks. It's delayed out probably a little bit longer than what he would like,
Yeah.
um, but he will be victorious. At the bottom of the deck, he's coming through as the Hierophant, that teacher, that leader that people love and adore and look up to with the Two of Cups. And yes, he will be very victorious with the Chariot.
Yeah.
So I feel he's very well protected. I do feel intuitively he is moving around a lot. Um, he's not staying in one place for too long, but I feel pretty good with these cards. And maybe that's why I said the energy felt like it was lifted. Sophie,
Yeah.
can you give me just a minute? I have to take this phone call. I will be
No
right back.
problem. No
Thank
problem. The next question that we will have with Kevin after his phone call is about you. Ukraine peace negotiators that felt sick after they met with the Russians. There are signs that they may have been poisoned. So we're going to read on that next. But one thing that I'd like to read on while Kevin is away, and then it's going to be it for Ukraine because it takes a lot out of our energy to read on Ukraine. It's things are very fast paced, and it's the energy is very difficult to take. Very difficult to take. Hi, Justin's mom. Oh, well, we're going to read on that now. The Ukraine peace negotiators. I was telling everyone that this was going to be our last question on the Ukraine-Russian war.
Okay. Sorry about that. There's some family stuff going on, so I need to take that call.
No problem. It happened. If somebody knows about family things happening, it's me.
Yeah.
So, the Ukraine peace negotiators felt sick after meeting with the Russians. Were they poisoned? Now, there were 3 Ukraine negotiators.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot see what their symptoms might have been. So we don't know if it's the Havana syndrome or not. But one thing is for sure, they're not helping bring peace to the whole region if they are doing that. So
Right.
that's something that I've had skin issues, itching, and feeling sick. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I definitely feel like it was something, but I don't know if it was poison. So I'm gonna throw some cards on it. See.
I've always wondered if I would trust meeting with the Russian peacekeepers.
Yeah.
So I'm almost not surprised to see this has happened. Hi, Sheila.
Hey, Sheila. Sheila has a collab with Linda G in a half an hour.
Yes, good luck, Sheila. I'm going to be
Yeah.
watching. I see a gun pointing at them, some kind of gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something.
Yeah, I've always wondered meeting with the Russians is not. Yes, I feel that they were poisoned, but it's not going to be something that is going to be health threatening. The king bringing the cup
Mm-hmm.
to the sick
The
child.
King of Cups.
The king of cups, yeah.
Yeah.
The emotions are high, and I don't like the look of that guy on this card. I just don't. And you know, they weren't. This is a night that goes nowhere. I'm going to read it as it comes, okay? Which may not make sense with what the cards mean and things like that. But I feel that they want those talks to go nowhere, the Russians. So this is the night that goes nowhere fast. But at the same time, there is do we not, do we not, and they they'll never know when they meet with the Russians whether or not they're putting themselves at risk or not.
Yeah.
They're working together as a team, and you know the Russians are not serious in they want to bring people on to their knees and come out victorious so that they can, provide for the Ukrainians, looking all magnanimous in everything. And yeah, I feel there was some kind of poisoning. I'm
Mm.
also suspicious of Turkey. I know they're part of NATO, but I don't trust Turkish. What do you get? Do you get they were poisoned? Do you
Yeah, I
get?
do. I think that they're going to be okay.
Yeah,
Um, but the card I got was the Lovers, so there was some deal made crossed with the King of Cups. If you can see, he has the cup. I was drawn to that, and I was feeling like the poison from the cup.
yeah.
Um, but they are being protected and watched over. With the Ten of Cups, there's a lot of healing taking place. It's going to be slow. I think it's going to take them a while to get over it. Sorry to say, but yeah, I do feel like they were poisoned for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, please. Nothing here should be taken as a source of information.
Yeah, I get that they are feeling very weak and energetically they're very off balance. Um, but I think it was you know, King of Swords, which is my Putin card. It was directed from him so that he could try to be victorious, to have some kind of celebration. But I feel like intuitively they'll be okay. But yeah, there were mercenaries
Oh,
out.
you got the same cards I did.
Yeah, and then with the moon, so the secrets coming to light that for the battle. So yeah, I do feel like it was something that Putin probably had planned.
They did. Do they know they were poisoned? They are suspicious. They were
Mhm.
poisoned because they show all the signs. So yeah, but they didn't know they were at the time. They were.
Yeah, I
The
think
video
that that's
shows them
something.
scratching their hands immediately after the meeting. Yeah. All right. Let's move away from that to
Yeah, that's
something
hard.
more. Um, let's look at um, the January 6th because that's something important.
Hmm.
And we need to not forget about what happened on that infamous day. So we have heard, and if you guys have questions about that, please post them in the chat. We have heard that Kushner will appear in front of the January 6th committee this week, and Ginny Thomas will probably appear as well.
My guy said yes, they'll call on her to testify.
Yeah, yeah. So the first one, Kushner. What will he? Um, what do you want to know?
Do we just want to read on the energy around Kushner, or
Let's do that.
see what comes up? I pick up intuitively he's very nervous, but part of me also feels like he would just go in and plead the fifth and not answer any other questions or cooperate. Yep, Miss Charlotte. But he's definitely very nervous about it.
Really dress like a woman to escape. I don't feel that it is going to happen this week, but maybe later on.
Oh, that's interesting. Paul said shaking hands. Maybe that's why it's seen the
Yeah.
hands looking like a gun. Yeah, because I don't think that they were. I don't think it was something that they were like they drank or like ingested, but
No.
like a handshake or something like that. Like it feels like it's skin related. Like it.
Well, the man that was poisoned with radioactive stuff that was
Mhm.
just by touch, right?
Yeah.
So, all right, Kushner, what will you be doing, Kushner? What will you be doing? I see some kind of collaboration, but not on everything. He is going to plead the fifth on some of the stuff. Um, at the base, I see this is the King of Sword, and I feel that he is afraid of what could be done to him. I see justice. At the head of the reading, I see the Fool. And he's not naive about the whole thing, but he might act like a fool, or I feel like he's not going to be thinking very clearly. So he's
Mhm.
going to make a fool of himself or something like that. But he's not a fool, but he is. I don't know. I'm kind of contradicting myself. And then oh, I get the Nine of Wands.
Mhm.
He's going to try to say things that to guard himself, potentially his immediate family, not necessarily Trump. I don't know that it is going to be successful. I don't think that this star card, he is a star witness,
Mhm.
but the Fool, where's the Fool now? The Fool, um, yeah. No, I think he's going to be acting a fool, even though he's not a fool, and it's not going to come out successfully.
Yeah.
What do you have the Fool as well?
Mhm. Mine's kind of vague. It is kind of just like the energy of what's going around him right now. That he is so mad that he's trapped because of Trump. I don't feel like they're on speaking terms anymore. He's just so mad that he's put in this position. Um, with his wife and his family. But interesting enough, above him, we get the Queen of Cups, which is Ivanka, and I clarified and got the Knight of Pentacles walking away. So there could be a separation there very soon.
Mm.
Um, he's just trying to evade the truth. That's what I'm getting at the bottom of it. Running away from the truth. He's not going to cooperate. I really don't see that. But he's regretting um, that he's in this situation and he put himself here. At the bottom of the deck, I did get the Fool, so he'll act foolish. Um, justice is coming for him, but it's going to be slow. As we know, it hasn't been quick for any of them. There's some delays, there's some setbacks, but ultimately justice will be there for him. And he's going to be heartbroken. I've often said out of all of the kids, the only two that I definitely feel Don Jr. will go to jail. But I think Kushner, there's a very high probability that he will be as well.
Do you see him running?
Oh, that could be what he's trying to do too with the Knight of Pentacles running away. I don't think he'd be successful with that. I think he's just trying to delay the truth coming out.
Yeah,
And so he's not going to cooperate.
yeah. The signifier was the Three of Pentacles, and to me that means cooperation. But then I see the Fool; he's going to be acting a fool, even though he's not. So,
But it could
yeah,
also be cooperation with Trump and all of those around him
could be
and
that.
the insurrection.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's afraid of justice, that's for sure. What
Yeah.
about Ginny Thomas? I did read on it
Mm.
last week, but I wouldn't mind reading on it again.
Yeah.
Ginny Thomas and Judge Thomas. Now the texts came out, and thank you very much, everyone, for coming. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That would be very nice of you. Thank you. Uh,
Well, intuitively, I do feel January 6th will call in Jenny Thomas to go. He's going to be outraged, but I feel with when I pick up her energy, she is just like the pure example of entitlement and like Karen. Karen, she's a Karen. She's just super entitled and doesn't care about anybody but herself. So I don't see her being a cooperating witness. Um, but I do feel that they will call on her. Um, and I've said for a long time, Clarence Thomas is leaving, and um, it's going to be in part because of his wife. But he's not
mhm.
going to say that's the reason. He's going to say it's because he's sick, and as we know, he was just hospitalized. He's not in good health, so it's not a total lie. He's not in good health, but he will have to step away because of all the pressure.
Yeah, yeah. So is she going to be called? And then if she's called, is she going to? I do see her having to. Joji, Joji says, "Will Ginny dress as the Statue of Liberty for the January 6th committee?"
Mm. No,
Well,
she's a total Karen. That's her persona.
yeah.
My first thought too was they haven't announced it yet, but we know that January 6th, their hearings are going to start being come public here soon. But I asked my guides if her hearing would be public, and they told me no. So
Oh, that's too bad.
yeah,
That would have been fun. I think that unless they want to make a circus out of it, they're only going to present some hearings that are
hmm
going to provide what they want to say, like the truth, right? They
yeah.
don't want to have someone show up and plead the fifth all the time. So, what are you getting?
Well, I had a couple cards fly out. She definitely has some bad news coming her way with the Knight of Wands reversed, and I don't think she'll cooperate with the Five of Swords. There's going to be a lot of conflict there. She may actually not even show because I got the Eight of Swords, which normally would be like jail, indictment, something, investigation, feeling constricted. Um, but in this deck, how it came up, you see her seat there and it's empty. So if she's called on it, she may not even go. I wouldn't put that past her. Those are just a couple cards that came flying out for me, but I'm going to throw some more cards on her.
Okay. What I got in the yes position, I got the Ten of Sword and the Eight of Swords. So right now, the way things are, she's not going to cooperate. But she can see the end is coming and that she's trapped.
hmm
In the yes, but there are other conditions associated with it. I see the Nine of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. So if she shows up, she's not going to collaborate at all.
Yeah.
There'll be. Oh no, hold on one sec. I'm getting something else. Oh, you see how the guy is picking the fruits
hmm
of his labor? If she goes, she's going to take advantage of the situation
Ooh.
so that she to make herself look good. But what's going to happen is that she is going to be out in the cold because of that.
I got that as
Mm.
well.
You what?
I got that she was going to be out in the cold as well.
Yeah. In the maybe position, I got the Knight of Sword charging away, and the Ace of Sword charging away from the truth. She's not going to comply.
No.
She's not going to comply. I don't think so. And at the back of the pack, she gets oh, she gets the King of Sword, and I'm wondering if that's Justice Thomas or Justice period. I don't think she's going to end up in jail or anything like that,
No.
unless you have something that I don't.
Well, I got goosebumps with my cards, and I'll just say it because it's for entertainment purposes only. But her
Yes.
life, as she knows it, will be over, and I think it has to do with her husband not being around for very much longer. Not that I'm one to predict death, but these cards that I'm getting are not good at all. Of course, we know that there was a lot of cooperation, her helping with the January 6th insurrection. And she's coming through as the Queen of Cups reverse, overindulgent. Um, but above, I get the Five of Pentacles, her being out in the cold. The Lovers reverse below. So being out in the cold due to her relationship. And then what I got in the future for her is Death, Tower, and the King of Pentacles. And that's why I was saying the way that these cards are coming through, it's like there's a death around her that is going to, it's gonna, there's gonna be so much upheaval around her in her life, and I think it has to do with her husband.
Uh, so maybe that's yeah.
I
Yeah.
get to, you know, she's taking some kind of money. I mean, I'm sure that's not a surprise to anybody, but um, her part in this whole January 6th, the truth will be revealed about it, whether she cooperates or not. And I'm kind of feeling intuitively like you are, like she's not going to. She's like that. She's entitled and has no interest in helping. But no, everything's coming out. This isn't the end of the story with what she's done. More is going to be announced through the news. But yeah, it's going to definitely be a battle, and it's I don't think going to be very good for her.
No, I
Yeah,
don't think
she'll
so
be a
either.
nobody. She'll be out in the cold, Sterling.
Yeah. 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 All right. Trump versus the state of New York. The judge told the Trump organization to comply to the subpoena by
Yeah,
the end of April. Otherwise, bad, bad, bad. But not only that, because I'm thinking you can't tell him as long as you're blue in the face. Hold on one sec. President Biden tax is in the news today, raising revenue of wealthiest American is in the new budget plan.
I think it raises. I think if you have more than 100 million dollars, I think he said it was like an extra 15 or 20% tax on them. It will get through, but it's gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen this year like he wants. I think it'll happen next year.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, the judge said that is e-discovery firm was hired and is to produce a weekly audit report on the compliance to the subpoena by the Trump people.
Do you know off the top of your head, is this Letitia James case, a civil case?
Yes, it is. So, first of all, is that going to make a difference in the is that going to make a difference in respecting the subpoena and being compliant to the subpoena so that all the information is provided by the end of April?
No, he's going to do anything he can to delay it or not cooperate with it. It's just going to hurt him in the end, but I don't think he's going to comply by the end of April. He's just shrugging his shoulders. He doesn't care.
My pendulum seemed to concur with you.
Yeah, delay. Delay is the name of his game. It's really.
Yeah. Okay. I have the 10 of Swords. So
10 of Swords. So maybe somebody betrays him and gives him the information.
He's betrayed by the Emperor. Yeah, because somebody is being put on the electrical chair and is being told, you do it or else you're hurting yourself. I have a feeling that it could be, although his accountant, who could be the King of Wands?
King of Wands?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it could be his accountant. He normally comes through as the as the Emperor for me, or as the King of Pentacles is his card.
Yeah, the 9 of Cups or the King of Pentacles for me. Yeah.
Oh, that too. Yeah, like traditional.
Yeah.
Rider way.
Yeah, and and then I get the Queen of Cups, Melania. No, Melania cannot. He is going to be betrayed. He's going to be
Queen
forced
of Cups
to be
is Ivanka.
betrayed.
Queen of Cups is Ivanka. She's a Scorpio.
Yes, she is. I was thinking her as well.
And I've always thought she betrays her father, so maybe she's the one that betrays him.
Yeah. And again, I get the Sword of Truth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you see here, there are a lot of thunderstorms.
Oh, thunderstorms. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be Ivanka. I'm just intrigued by this King of Wands. Because this King of Wands is also kind of directing this Queen of Cups on what to do. That's what I feel. So it doesn't look good. I don't know if in the United States they can put the CEO to jail because he's not complying. He's the organization of the company, right? He's the organized company. I'm sorry, I have a lot of brain fog today.
Oh, you're okay.
So
I've never. Well, it's a civil case, so what? I feel like all of Trump's assets and everything with Trump org is going to be taken. So I mean, if he doesn't comply, they can seize all the assets from that and sell that company. They can seize it from him. And then they would probably do an investigation into him if there was fraud and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, I get. Are you all finished? Correct.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. Yes, I am.
No problem. I get. He's not going to comply. He's just
No.
he's in his own little reality. I get the Nine of Wands reversed, but in this card, it looks like he's in a whirlwind and he's just gazing out there. He's not, he's not. There's no action in this card. He's just sitting there in his own little world. And I get the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So no, there's no hard work. There's no cooperation there. It's interesting that you were picking up Ivanka. She's not coming through in my cards, but I do get that there's a whistleblower with the Page of Swords. Somebody sharing that information. That truth will be revealed, and he's not going to be very happy about it with the Sun reversed.
No.
But it will eventually be complete. And in this card, it's a woman too, so maybe a woman is the whistleblower. Yeah, he's coming through with the Emperor reverse and the Hierophant reverse. So he's the dictator. He's the unenlightened leader. He's not doing anything that's not serving him.
No.
I do get justice, but it's reversed. Like I said, I've never felt Trump would be in jail, but I've always felt that there might be some justice. I think what would hurt Trump the most is for him to lose everything, all of his money, all of his power and influence, and that's what I see happening for him.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be worse than being put in jail.
Sharon?
Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hi, Chris Martin. Shall we do? We're going on to the hour, and frankly, my brain. Well, it was fried before we started, but it is even. It's crispy now.
It's crispy.
Shall we get a message for the collective?
Yeah, of course. All right. Yes, Marge L. I agree.
Yeah, it's funny. When I did a remote view, I saw Roger Stone in one cell, and there were he was in an old-fashioned brick prison with bars, and right beside him there was a jail cell without bars, and that was Trump. There were no bars.
I always feel I don't feel like Trump will be of this world for very much longer, and I've always felt him using his declining health as an excuse for him to evade prison. But I do feel like he'll be put in some kind of facility. I don't think he'll be there for too long, but he'll be locked up in some kind of facility.
Yeah.
Medical facility. All right. Well, I pulled from my postcards from Spirit deck for the collective, and the collective's postcard is Hidden Treasures. And Spirit wants everybody to know, dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes, a good solid foundation, and yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base, whether it's an idea that takes form one step at a time, or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might need a little encouragement to see this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being very well supported. Do this and know you are building your life on a perfect and solid foundation that will allow you to welcome that many miracles waiting to come visit. we are so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So yes, any uh, any projects or anything that anybody's working on, make sure you put all that work in and build that solid foundation, and Spirit will be there to help guide you.
Yeah, I need to get that deck. It's wonderful.
I love the messages.
Yeah. I have Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. And I got the mural card, which is Be Your Own First Priority. Whatever you're currently grappling with, you must first you sorry, you must put yourself first. When you're on an airplane, they always tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before you try to help your neighbor with theirs. That is to say, if you don't make sure your own energy bar is full, then you'll have no energy to give someone else. Be brave enough to admit when you need to take a step back from the demands of others and work on making sure you are okay. And like I always thought or said or whatever, a drowning man has never saved another. So learn how to swim before you go save a person who's drowning.
Yeah,
So hopefully this resonates with you guys, and I want to thank you very much for coming and joining us. Please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to visit Kevin's Loving Vibration channel. I'm sure you all are already subscribed to his channel, but I want to thank you,
on your page.
Kevin, for coming and for doing a reading with me. I really am truly happy you did, and I enjoyed it. And I hope you all have a good night. And don't forget, there is Sheila that has Linda with her tonight. And then you have Kathy and Deanne tonight as well. Is that it?
Deanne's having her first live stream on her channel,
Yes.
and Kathleen late worker, and I might not be there for the full amount of time, but I'm planning on jumping in for a little bit. And real
Okay.
quick before you end, I had such a fun time reading with you, and
Thank
thank
you.
you
Me
for
too.
reaching out. And let's do this again sometime soon.
I'd love to. I really would love to. Thank you. In spite of my fibro fog, you did. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Brain fog. So thank you
I have
very
my
much,
days too.
everyone. I'm sorry.
Said I have my days too. I'm very ADD, so some days it's just like, and I'm sure it's different. I mean, obviously it's different from what you're going through, but where some days it's just like that focus isn't there. It's kind of foggy.
It's
So
hard.
I
Yeah,
understand.
it
Yeah.
is. It is. So thank you very much, everybody. And you have all a good night. Bye.
Hi, everyone.